Good morning, Mzansi. Mzansi, South Africa. From Cape Town to Cairo, Cape Town to Johannesburg, Johannesburg to Durban, Durban to Pretoria, Gqeberha, East London, Mbombela. I want to say hi to everyone, every South African. Black, white, yellow, brown. I want to say good morning or good day. The time is 12:33. It's on Monday. I think it's Monday the 20th of April, 2026. 2026. You want to see it rise and shine? Enjoy this day. It's another opportunity to fix whatever you need to fix, improve on whatever you need to improve on. It's eluxolo where you need to eluxolo, meaning apologize where you need to apologize. Thank where you need to thank, because there's people who do things for us and we never thank them. There's people we offend and we never apologize for that offense. So you're still given a chance to do that. Some people have passed without getting that opportunity. Some people will never come back. You'll never see another 20th of April or 21st of April. So we're here today. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We really can't predict it tomorrow. It could be a big bang and we're all gone. Yesterday is past, so we can't worry about yesterday. We can learn from yesterday. What we have and we are in control of is now. We don't know the next minute is petulendo. The next hour is petulendo. We don't know. So while you have this opportunity, while you're still alive, while your flesh is still attached to your spirit, take that time out and apologize for any offense and thank those who carried you to life in. Because life is running by ourselves solely. There's people out there who are advising, assisting, opening doors, motivating for us. We need to constantly show gratitude to those people instead of this entitlement mentality. I'm supposed to be receiving, I'm supposed to be getting, da, 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 da. But the reason why I decided to have this talk with family, friends, and everyone is one concern. I woke up in Kanji, the 20th, Monday, concerned that we are very cold to each other, especially abantu abamnyama. The killings that we experienced throughout. I mean, there was a shooting zone in Malaysia. There's two cars, they knock each other or they just bump each other, something like that. And the other couple comes out of the car and they yell at this couple or yell at this guy, according to the story on the news. And the woman, the wife of one of the guys, goes to the car to fetch a gun. Before she's able to do anything with that gun, the guy who was yelled at by this couple shoots. The husband dies, and there's kids in this. They have kids in their car. And I was like, yo, this is painful. Why didn't they just, open a window, get out and and okay, how do we sort this out without shootings, without yellings? Why do people have to die over material things? A car that can be fixed. Why are we so hung up on these things such that we're willing to sacrifice a life for them? The guy is gone. And I think one of the women there is injured because they shot her essentially. So my concern is Ubuntu. What happened to Ubuntu? What happened to patience? Why are we so arrogant? Why are we so intolerant of each other? Why is there so much anger amongst us as human beings? Why do we find it easy to just shoot and kill for things that we find here and we live here? Whether it be money, say, to millions, whether it be a car, a house, you find these things here. You know, when you die, like when this guy is gone, and it's a nice car that he's driving, but he's not going to take that car to wherever he's going, whether it be hell or heaven. He's not going to take that car that he was fighting for with his wife. Wife is the one injured now. She has one hand that's probably going to operate. Yeah, but life has changed now. They had plans for today. They had plans for next weekend. It's a holiday next weekend Monday. I think it's Freedom Day or something. Probably had plans to go to Cape Town or Durban or Mauritius. They fall flat because that guy needs to be buried. I'm not saying we have control over everything that's going to happen in our lives, but we need to remain calm as a people. The anger, pride, intolerance, entitlement, those things will take us nowhere. And I'm talking across the board here. Whether you're angry for your father who was not there to raise you, like mine, Toplam was not there to raise me. He was all over the place, the guy. But as I grew up and I became a Topinam, I realized that guy had his own issues. He was processing his own devils, demons, as I am also facing my own challenges in life, my own demons. So I can't, you know, bash the guy to a point where I hate him and want to kill him. At some point when I was younger, when I didn't understand, I was angry with him. But Utamsan, Bakes, all of us, he was there, he was gone. Didn't take care of us. We raised our mouth. But I can't stay in that anger. I can't stay in that bitterness. As you grow, you realize people go through things that sometimes bo abas understand and they can't explain. So it worries me the anger that we are facing and we're dealing with as human beings. Look at what's happening in the flats. I worry about what's happening in the flats. The shootings day in, day out. People are just dying like chicken, like birds, like flies. It's like that, man. There's no care for human life. For how long? Taxis, taxi owners, taxi drivers, the taxi industry. The only way to solve problems there is killings. We don't sit down and negotiate and talk things out and reach an understanding, but we take each other out. Extortion in our townships. You don't give them the money, they bam, they kill you. For how long this year? How did we get here in the first place? You know, the time Getlashala struggle, we stood as one, as a unit, fighting against one enemy, which was apartheid then. We cared about each other, we protected each other. That is gone now because that enemy has shifted. I'm appealing to my peeps, brothers and sisters. That's why I said from Cape to Cairo, Cairo to Durban, Durban to Johannesburg, Johannesburg to Kimberley. Let's grow to love one another, to care for one another. When you care for your brother, it's not like this is naive, you're weak. You know, that's what we are here for. We're here to care for one another. We're not here to take and take and take and be selfish. You know? greed has kicked in, and you're just, there to take, you know. So I woke up with that concern today that there's so much anger, there's so much rage, there's just, frustration. People are angry, people are intolerant, and come on, come on, come on. Anyway, I thought let me just raise that issue, and if you have any comments, please, additions, yeah. But it's really concerning. Yeah, well, it's really concerning. Anyway, have a nice day. It's the 20th of April, on Monday, 2026. Stay blessed and stay strong. Meantime, it's your time. Peace.